In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect the plugins, the Higgsfield plugins, and use it with Photoshop. And you can see that I've been playing with this for different examples and different features that we have here. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, if you go to this link in the description, you're going to see Higgsfield has now released a plugin for Photoshop. And you can see all these other plugins for Figma, DaVinci Resolve. I've created videos on that as well. Premiere Pro, After Effects, and now we have Photoshop. Now there are different features and different things that we can do. For example, this, when you draw it on the left, you can see it completes the diagram. On the right, we have different angles that you can go ahead and take from a single photo. And there we have so many different options that I'm going to take you through all of these. Layer Decompose is one of my favorite, but there are other things that I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and try to install this first. So first we need to download this file. So I click on download here, and this is a CCX file, and we download that. Also, we need to have Photoshop, and we have this. By the way, this will only work if you have a Creative Studio of Photoshop, which means you need a paid plan. So Adobe Creative Studio is something that you need. And once you have that, you can go to the folder in which you have downloaded this, and then go ahead and run this with this software, which is ZXP UXP installer. You can use this, or they have given another one, which is AE Scripts, AE Plugin Desktop Apps, that you can use that as well. So if we go here, you can download the CCX file and then run the installer as I've shown you, and then you will be able to use Higgsfield inside of Adobe Photoshop. So now we can go ahead and start up Photoshop app. Let's go ahead and open up Adobe Photoshop 2026. And before I open this, I'm going to show you this installer again. So if I right click and open with the ZXP installer here, you will have this view, and then you're going to install this plugin here. So once you install the plugin, you will see that it's installed inside of Photoshop here. And in the earlier videos, we have seen on how to do this for After Effects and Premiere Pro. But in this video, we see Photoshop, and now we can see that Higgsfield is inside of Photoshop. Now what I can do is I can go to Photoshop, and then you can see that we have this. If you don't see this view, you can go to Plugins, Higgsfield, and then Higgsfield. So let me close this. I can say Plugins, Higgsfield, and Higgsfield. So this is the plugin of Higgsfield. It's common like the other plugins that you have seen for DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro. You can see all these options and all the things that we can do. They're adding new things here. So you can see the first one is image generation. Now in all these examples, you don't need to go to Higgsfield.ai website, but instead you can go ahead and work directly on that particular software that you are working on. So in this case, it's Photoshop, and you don't need to go outside of Photoshop. You can do everything here. Of course, you need some credits to work on. So we need to go to Higgsfield.ai and recharge with some credits. So I have some credits left, and let's go ahead and see what we can do. Also, we can see this Higgsfield. I've created multiple videos. We have different image generation, the video generation, and it's not just an image and a video generation anymore. Higgsfield provides a complete package of Marketing Studio, Cinema Studio, and all these plugins you can see meet Higgsfield Games, DaVinci Resolve, Recraft. It's inside of Minecraft, and it's amazing that it has a lot of use cases, and they're really amazing. I've tested this out since the last 3 months, and I really like. I've created multiple videos and multiple things for myself and my friends and family, and I cannot get enough of Higgsfield. So having said that, let's go to Photoshop again, and now we have the first one. Let's go ahead and see probably all of these, but let's go ahead and see the important one. So the first one is the image generation. Here we can generate image inside of Photoshop. Let's click on image generation, and you can see these are the things that I've generated earlier. So it brings all the images from my assets as well, but now I can go ahead and put my own prompt as well. So I put in the prompt here, select the image model. So it's the same thing. All the image models that are available on the website is available here as well inside of Photoshop. Through this plugin, I can say 9:16, or let's go with 16:9, and then this resolution 2K or 4K, and then it will cost me about 7 credits. So I send this over, and you can see this is generating now. Okay, so we have this image. I can go ahead and create a new file first. So I click on new file, and then take this default Photoshop size, and that's okay. Let's click on create, and now this image that we have seen, I can just drag it here and you can see that we have this image here, and now you can do all sorts of things. So you can see Higgsfield was installed. This is in the plugin, but you can see this image. So we have the image here with the background here, and now let's go ahead and do the next one. So the next one, I can go back and you can see a draw with live canvas sync. So I click on this, and now I would like to draw here. So you can see we can draw live here, so I can change the type of painting that you want. Let's say I want an impressionist, and you can say cinematic or 3D. So you can see this one, it's generating, and you can see the 3D one. You can go ahead and do this watercolor here. So it will generate automatically. It will change everything depending on the type of things that you are choosing here. So let's go with this one, and you can see the mood here. So energetic, dreamy. So let's go with this dreamy one, and you can see it changes. It instantly changes the quality of the photo and the type of photo here. So the things that you can choose is the style here, and even you can go ahead and describe your style here as well. We have this mood here, dreamy, and then we can choose different colors. So let's go with this pastel one, soft colors, and yeah, it really works. So you can go to this button as well, and then you can go ahead and reduce the influence as well. I can change the aspect ratio here, and this is basically live canvas that you can go ahead and play with. So the next thing that I'm going to show you is the Mockup Studio here. So this Mockup Studio is basically if you want to, for example, put your logo inside of this cloth, for example. So I click on this cloth and you want to insert your image or upload from assets. I'm going to take my logo here. So I select this logo here, and now I can say generate. Okay, so you can see that we have this mockup. We have the logo printed on the t-shirt here. So I can click or drag to canvas here, and you can see this beautiful logo in front or on the t-shirt here. Now you can go ahead and remove the other things and just look at this photo as well. So let's go ahead and check up with the next one. Let's go back, and then we can see this one which is the decompose, and this is to separate the image layers. So I click on decompose and add image to decompose, and let me take this image and try to decompose it. So I can say click on generate, and it's decomposing the image here, and you can see the cost of credits is just 2, and that's really amazing. Now I can say click or drag to canvas. So I click here, and this should bring everything to the canvas here. Let's go ahead and drag. I can say import all, and this will import everything here. And now we can see that we have 2 layers basically, and this actual image that you see, if I remove the girl here, you can see the background, the whole background, a regenerated background. So you can go ahead and choose this image, and again even drag it, and you can see that we have this segregation into 2 things here. Now we can go with a more complex example, and then click, and let's try to upload a complicated image here. Okay, this is one of my thumbnail, and let's see how many things it's able to extract. So I say click on generate, and let's now wait and see the output of the decomposed layers here. Okay, so we have this composed or decomposed into different layers, and you can see that we have a couple of layers here. I'm going to say import, and this is going to import everything on my canvas here. So let's minimize this and have a deep study on what we have here. So you can see that we have multiple things here, and you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 layers. So I can maybe pull everything off here. So if you want to adjust this a little bit, you can go ahead and adjust this. So we have 1 here, we have another one. So this is 1. We have this one, for example. We have another one here, this one, this one. So these are all the decomposed layers, and it's really amazing that earlier it used to take a lot of time to select that particular image here. We need to be able to zoom and do the mark selection here, and now we don't need to do that selection. It's so easy. You can use this tool, and you can see that it doesn't cost much. It's just 2 credits. So let's go ahead and look at the other things that we have. Next we have the shots here. So create storyboard angles, and then we have remove background, because this would be easy because you are able to decompose and you are able to identify that we have this background here, and it is easy in fact to remove the background. So this remove background works in this fashion. You just upload the image and it removes the background. Another thing that we can see is the face swap here. So we upload the image, and then we upload the face, and then it's going to do the face swap. Again, very cheap, just $2. You can go ahead and try this. Then we can extend the image canvas. This is another example. So we upload the image, and it's going to do the generative fill, and it's going to expand the image. So for example, let's take one simple image, and then we ask it to expand. So we have this podcast of a dog image here, and then we can go ahead and maybe choose 1:1. So we expand the image here, and this is going to process this. While this is processing, let's go ahead and do the angles here as well. So it's really interesting. Now you can just upload one image here, and for example, we have this image of mine here. on a podcast, and then again just change this, drag and just change this to the top. For example, let's take a 45-degree view from the top. So I change this, you can see, and now I can say generate, and this will generate me things, different angles, which are really great. So you can see that the expand works. So I can click or drag on the canvas here, and you can see that this is the 1:1 photo of that dog. And maybe I can go ahead and hide all of these so that you can see it better. So I go to Higgsfield, and you can see that this angle has been generated from my single photo. So if you remember, if I go back and you can see the angles here, if I put that photo back again, so this was the photo and I wanted this angle, I can go back, maybe let's say I take it from the back, rotation like 180 degrees, so from the back where I should see that chair as well. So I click on generate, and it's going to use GPT image 2 1:1 2K and about 7 credits. So while this is generating, let's go ahead and see what other things that we have. We have AI Stylist. Go ahead and try on complete outfits here. So you can go ahead and upload full body photo here. Let's go ahead and put this photo again. And I really wanted to change the outfit, so I say male, and I want myself to wear a jacket, for example this one, and it's okay. You can go ahead and choose the environment here as well. Let's go to the parking here. Okay, so let's go ahead and generate this one. So while this is generating, let's go back and see what other things that we have. We have the upscale, which is used to boost the image quality, and it's really awesome. The example that we have seen, the stylish one, and you can see it's really amazing. It made me wear this jacket here. Amazing. And I'm generating one more, and you can see the background has been changed to a parking lot, and the jacket here as well, which is really amazing. All right, so in this fashion you can go ahead and use Higgsfield plugins for Photoshop. Let me know if you face any issue. I've shown you from the start how to go ahead and use this. So we have seen how to generate image, we have seen how to use Realtime AI, and you can change the style, the 3D and other things. You can do Mockup Studio. We have added our logo on the t-shirt. You can do layer decompose. We have seen how to decompose the different layers. We have created different angles of the same photo, and you can go ahead and do a full shot, turn one frame into a full storyboard camera angles. So this is shot is one of the things that you can try. So you can see, let's go ahead and click on this create storyboard angles, and I just need to upload one image, and I really like this image, so I just put the image here and just say generate shots here. So it's generating the shots now. Okay, so our mockup is ready, and I just click, and this will be added to the canvas here, or I can go ahead and drag this, same thing. So these are the shots. You can see from that single photo we have all these things which are generated, so you get from every possible angle that you need. And now you can use this photo to go ahead and create videos using Higgsfield again. So that's it for another video, but this is how you use this. This is really amazing. I think this is one of the best use case of Higgsfield automation or plugins. So we have these other plugins that we use, but this is for Photoshop, and it's really amazing. Every new plugin brings in new features, and this is the recent as on 18 June 2026. So go ahead and use this and let me know if you face any issue. I'm here to help, man. I'll see you in another one.